All right. Chapter 21 is selling with partners. The goals of this chapter are to discuss the meaning of partnership, define account ownership, work the relationship and infrastructure, and outline a partner enablement strategy. So a partner is someone who doesn't work for your company directly, but they can sell or represent your product as part of their sales portfolio, and they get a commission on their sales. This is a really great way to expand into new territories. Imagine that you only have a sales force that can cover a few states, but you could be selling your product nationwide. Well, instead of if you don't have the money or the knowledge to expand your sales into other states or other regions, what you can do is find someone who's already serving your industry with a different product, who's visiting with customers, and you can entice them to be a partner and say, look, you're already going to these people and selling them stuff. Please add us to your portfolio that you sell. We'll train you on how to sell it. And when you're going to sell your products, you can also sell our products, and you'll make commission on our products as well. Now, this works if they're not competing products. So let's say, let's say I'm working for Mecco and I'm selling plastic welding machines, like machines to weld plastics. I might partner with someone who sells injection molding machines. And so if they're going to a customer who's buying an injection molding machine to make basic parts, they might also need a system to weld the plastic after they've molded it. So you think about who is strategic in your supply chain or in your customer supply chain, or what steps they need in their manufacturing process or their service process, and say, okay, who are they working with already as a sales partner? Can I get that person to also sell my product? So it's not just selling them one solution, but two solutions. It's not just here is the injection molding machine, but here you can injection mold it, and here's a system then to weld it, and now your part is finished. So now you don't need to visit two different salespeople, or two different salespeople don't need to visit them. You have one salesperson that sells them a full, complete process from start to finish. And they can have multiple partnerships along that line. Maybe they have a company that paints plastic also, that says, okay, now that the plastic part is done, we're going to do the coating on it. And here's a machine that does the painting of the plastic. So if that sales agent has that know-how or has that connection with all those companies, they can come in and sell a start to finish product line to a company that's looking to expand into that area, or buy more machines for expansion of their manufacturing. So it's important to find these kind of partners because it doesn't cost you much. It's just a little bit of training and a little bit of maintenance, but you don't have to employ them, and they can boost your sales. So it's a really, really good relationship to be in when you're starting out and trying to expand. A key here is to be faithful to your partnership. You don't want to work with their competitors. So let's say you have a deal with one sales rep who sells an injection molding machine. You don't want to make a deal with another sales rep who sells a different injection molding machine, because then you've now done business with your partner's competitor. And it may be good for you because now there's two injection molding machines that you can sell follow-on work for. It's up to you to choose the one that you think works best with your system and that could generate the most sales, maybe the leading one, and develop the strongest partnership there. So you don't want to work with their competitors behind their back unless they say it's okay. You don't want to submit independent bids. So you don't want to go behind their back and submit bids to the people in their territory and say, oh, normally the sales rep would go to that territory and serve that territory, but I'm going to go take care of that and send a bid or send information or send a sales rep to that company without telling my partner who'd normally do that. Those kind of actions could break the partnership. They could jeopardize the partnership. So to prepare a partner, you have to train them, support them, and keep them updated. This can be a lot of time to sustain a partnership, but again, it can be a time saver and a cost saver versus having your own sales force or developing your own sales force that works remotely, that you are fully in control of and fully managing. Also, it's a good way to get expertise. So if you know someone who's successful, you can judge their track record, judge the success, and pick a partner who is experienced and knowledgeable, rather than hire someone and have to train them from, have a new trainee that takes 6 months or a year to get up to speed. The established partners can get you in the next day with their clients and help you make those connections. You can also visit their old clients as well and say, look, you're going to make a commission on this. Why don't you call all these former clients of yours and see if any of them need this product? Because if you call them, that's money in your pocket and it's sales for us. So when making a partnership with another company, what you want to provide them to prepare them, you want to have a personalized one-page product summary speech that they can learn. So for their application or whatever they're selling for your product, if it combines with their product in some way, or if it's unique in some way, you want to highlight that in this script that you write up for them, this one-page summary that they can memorize and they can use when they're doing their sales pitch. It's their elevator pitch essentially, or their or their sort of mini pitch that they can do, or a quick pitch they can do. You want to provide them with a bulleted list of problems solved. So what can your system do? Here's what other people have found it can do. Here's how it's benefited other people and solved their problems. Give them the high-level technical requirements. Does it, what kind of operating system does it run on? What kind of integration does it need? What kind of support does it need? Some of the things that would be a no-go for a sale because it requires maybe an Apple platform or Macintosh to run off of, and it can't run off of a Windows-based thing or a Droid-based phone. You want to have a whom do I call list. So for any emergency that comes up or any question that comes up that they can't answer, who do they call? Do they call a sales engineer? Do they call a integrations engineer? Do they call a support specialist? For each possible thing that could come up, who do they call to get the information they need in that situation? Also, tell them who their likely competitors are. So summarize them and say, here are the people you watch out for. Here are the people that are competing with you, because they might already be in these working with these customers. You might see them when you're visiting these customers or see their equipment there. Let us know what you see and what you hear. And then also prepare them and train them to prevent a 6 to 8 minute high-level whiteboard pitch, so that they can do your whiteboard pitches for you, and they have the know-how to lay it all out for an executive and do that whiteboard pitch at that high level. All right, let me stop the recording here.